So Jake, we're just gonna assume I opened your guard already. Okay, so we'll start from an open guard. So there's a couple of philosophies with leg locks I just want to focus on, and that will apply to all other more advanced variations of leg locks. So we're gonna start with basic Achilles. And the reason why we always attack Achilles first, even if I want to do heel hook or toe hold or something else, is that this is what keeps me and you connected, right? So if I sit back for, let's say, a heel hook right away and I don't have good control over your leg, you're just gonna roll out, I might lose you, whatever, okay? But this keeps us connected, right? Until I'm able to acquire good leg control. So first rule is, and by the way, if I'm attacking Achilles, a lot of guys will immediately pull their leg away. That tightens it for me. That actually gives me a better lock, okay? So first rule, always attack the Achilles, even if you're gonna finish with something else later. Okay, second rule, we always prefer to attack the target ankle on our high side, right? Not our low side. So, for example, right? Let's say this is high side, outside, right? This would be low side, inside, right? This is outside, low side, which is what you see most in like jiu-jitsu tournaments, right? And then this would be inside, high side, right? Second most, because of 50-50 and outside leg triangles are common, but these are least common in Sambo tournaments and other things because they're harder to finish. So our preference is always high side, outside. Start with the Achilles, okay? So the first principle, I'll do it on this side. The first principle is, just like with the elbow crush before, we want to get the radius, the little bump of our radius. The radius is the outside of the thumb, the outside of your arm. You can always think of it because if you stand like this and that, Michael Jackson? No, Michelangelo, right? Okay. Like whatever. That radiates out. You're like a sun, so the radius, that's how it got the name in Latin, right? So it's radius, little history lesson. So the radius has to go right here, as deep as possible, not up here, all the way down. So the way we do that is we slide our arm down until it locks, right? So when we sit back for the leg lock, we want it to slide until it can't slide any further. And one way that you can help that is before I sit back, I'm gonna give you just a little counter push in that direction. Not a big, just a little thing. Now I'm locked into place, you could feel it, right? So from here, when I'm gonna sit back, boom, slides in. Now I know, boom, I'm there. A lot of guys post up before they sit back, right? This is a telegraph. But even if you do post up, you know the rule. Don't post out here. You can grab my foot, post behind the butt. But I prefer not to post. So what we're gonna do is, assuming I broke your guard and I've got some control here, either with my forearm or my knee, right? This leg, I'm just gonna windshield wiper like this. Remember that we were doing the back rolls before, like this. This is my motion, right? Boom. That way I can maintain our connection, stay closer, and I'm not telegraphing that I'm gonna sit back. So once I'm here, see I clear this pathway for my knee to come through. I'm doing that sit, and then over. And you felt the slide back, right? Mm-hmm. So, open the guard. I do a windshield wiper on my left. This one reaps. And as I sit back, I slide. You'll see my shoulder motion is very important. Boom, like that. This foot now, the one that's in the middle, I'm gonna butterfly you here, okay? Not just laying on the floor. I wanna give some kind of leverage to help keep your knee bent, because you wanna straighten this. And this foot is giving me leverage to keep your leg bent, okay? So butterfly, squeeze. The last thing that's important in this first leg control position is to control the free leg, right? You need this. If I don't control this, you're gonna sit up, boom, yeah. Windshield wiper on that foot. Come under, yeah. See, that's how you stack, right? So it's like, some guys will try and post that foot and stand up. It's harder, right? Just come up onto that knee, windshield wiper, That's how you do it, right? So for me to stop you, because all leg lock defense depends on your free leg, I have to control this, right? So this is what we call position 1, first basic position. To finish the lock, let's say I sit back and I'm too high up on you. I didn't get the good position. I'm going to use this, I'm going to shrimp out a little, give myself some space, do that slide back, and then come back in. Now you'll see, and go back to controlling this. So what you'll see now is a lot of guys, when they do leg locks improperly, they're arching, and guys are not tapping, right? It's not about the arch. It's all about the shoulder motion and the elbow. When I retract my shoulder, it pushes you. Right, so a good Achilles is almost like a little toe hold, if you do it right. When I pinch my elbow, it pushes your ankle down. And I'm gonna do a subtle rotation, just like we did with the elbow crush, as if I were doing a little uppercut, a tight uppercut, because I want to saw into you, right? So I'm here, I got this position, got my fist. Now watch, I could arch all day, and it takes a while before you feel it, right? But if I do that little rotation, you can already feel that's digging into you. Now watch, shoulder back, elbow down. That's important. I don't have to arch at all, right? So I treat it like a guillotine, just like that. Elbow down, shoulder back. It's not a big arch, okay? So, and I make a fist here. You can see only my knuckles are sticking out. If I'm all the way out, it's no good. That means the meaty part of my arm is pointing at you. It's less painful. So I gotta make a fist, and you'll only see my knuckles. Knuckles are the guideline, right? Back with the shoulder, down with the elbow, and that's it.
You're not even gripping your hands together at all.
No, I'm holding you, just like that. Now, if my hand slides towards my hip, it's less effective. So I can use 2 hands if I want to. I just know that I'm risking giving this up. But once I have a good control and I know I'm good, I can let that go. I'll probably finish it first. Okay? So that's leg position 1. What I always try to shoot for, oh, this is nice too. You can sit up leg lace from here when guys do the whole pushing on the hips. But we'll go to leg position 3, which is 2 is basic. I'll show you 2. 2 is basically what I do when somebody's trying to escape 1. Okay? So I sit back for 1, and they're starting to stand up. 2 is where I stretch you out. That's 2. So 2 you don't really ever go for right away. That's to stop people from moving. So what I'll do is this foot, the best 2 is in line with your calf. A lot of guys you see pushing here. You can still move your leg, right? Yeah, it's much easier. I want to be on your calf. So now I can move with you, right? At the same time, my leg's not going to be here. I'm going to be over and under like a triangle. So this is my position 2, which is usually, like I said, only when a guy's trying to escape position 1. What I'll always try to go for right away is position 3, where this leg, instead of just reaps and goes under here. So if I were going right from the beginning, it would be like this, right? And I hook. So now I've got your free leg controlled, and I've got really good leg control here. Now I can switch to heel hook, whatever I want, once I get a good leg control. So to go right to 3 from the beginning is 1, 2, 3, right? When I sit back, as I sit back, I'm controlling this leg. I want to make space for my reaping leg to go under. So you'll see I'm going to push your leg away. See? Now I can get it right underneath. If I need to cinch it, remember, shrimp out, slide up, come back in. Make a fist, just like that. All right, this is position 3. If I straighten, you'll feel it on your knee and hip. Like that. If you try to move this leg, there is or some guys, not like, if you go up, I can try and catch you here, like that. But that's sort of just depending on what you do. So, but this is the best position, 3. Still holding your foot. Got this control. I got this control. I can relatively safely let go of your foot now because I got this. The best position, the checkmate position, is position 4, where I bring my leg over, I pull you in, cross my feet. This is called leg knot, right? I don't get up on my elbow normally. I'm just doing that so I can talk to you. Usually just lay down. When you're on your elbow, you're taking away use of an arm. So now I have full use of my arm. So this is position 4. Now you're not getting out. You can't sit up, all that kind of stuff. If I stretch you, it really starts to... The only time I would go up on my arm is if I want to make it more of a hip attack or knee attack. See, because as I raise my body, your leg goes like this, right? So if I got this position, elbow, see, less pain, more pain, more pain. So the higher I go, the more twist there is on your knee and hip. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just do it real quick. Remember, slide. 1. Just wherever you end up is 1. 2. 3 is where you go underneath. You're back over here. 4. Over. Lock. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything else is a variation of that. So if you learn those 4, that's the foundation of every other leg lock, whether it's on high side, low side. You always want to get the hip and thigh control before you attack the foot.
Are you always going for number 4 if you can?
Right off the bat, I always try to go for 3. If you go for 1, you could probably finish it on most guys. If they're more savvy, maybe not, because they're going to try and... Here. All right, so if I go for this, most guys, yeah, but that's even too late. So watch, you attack me. Attack this foot, right? So they should be sitting up like this right away the minute you sit back. So just like you were checking a kick, right? You're creating a shield here. This is like a kick coming over. So you're in my guard, right? You sit back. If I wait till now, it's going to be much harder for me. So the minute you sit back, I got to rock up with you, up here, okay? And again, actually attack this one so I can windshield wiper on my good knee. So from here, I got to get up on this knee right away. And I'm still defending this because you're trying to get over, right? Yeah. And now I'm working this way. Stack with this hand. You can do this, right? Better, if you have the space, if he doesn't have a good lock, is to underhook here. With my arm in here, you can't ankle lock me, right? So then I can come here, grip, and sprawl, and escape that way, right? So, one more time. You attack this leg, I sit up. Here, try and reap, try and reap. Boom, I'm blocking this. See, automatically on my knee. He's still gonna be working. You got butterfly, you can do a lot of stuff. So first thing I wanna do is start stacking. If I can, get this here. Because now, even if I fall over, right? My leg is safe. Then I gotta move on to whatever else you're gonna throw at me. So if you can get that underhook, it's great. And that's also, one more thing. It's very important when you're attacking that you do fall to your side and I don't just sit straight back, because now it's real easy for you to sit up, right? So I have to, when I do it, I gotta take you to the side. It's much harder for you to sit up on me. That's it, man. You work that, your leg locks are golden.